me on my first solo trip of 2024. I'm someone that loves traveling, loves touring. I love to visit new places and see so many things. And this year, I'm going to be doing more of it. So, my first stop for the year was Cape Coast. So, this was me and Reed. So, you're supposed to book your tickets for, if you're going to use STC, of course, that's what I used. Book your tickets in advance. I didn't do that. Lucky enough, I got there and there was a last seat on the bus. I was able to get on the bus. So when we got to the middle of the journey, we went to this place. I've forgotten the name, but we went there. We got down to get food. I got this jollof, and this jollof it looked good, but it wasn't giving any flavors at all. At this point, we're almost at Cape Coast. Here's at this little college, and this was my stop. The bus was going to continue to Takoradi, but I was going to Cape Coast, so that is where I got down. So when I got down, I had to wait for a while for the driver to pick me up. I knew somebody in Cape Coast. The person hooked me up with a driver who took me around the entire journey. It was quite expensive, but it was easier than me figuring out where to go, where to take a bus, where to take a car if I wanted to go somewhere. So I would say that it was okay. So this was us going to the hotel. And when it comes to hotel, traveling in Ghana is actually very expensive because this hotel was okay for the price that I got it. I will do a little room tour for you guys to see later on in the day. But most of the places that I was trying to book, whether on bookings.com or Airbnb, they were all charged in dollars. And when you convert, it's quite like a significant amount. And so when people are like, we can't travel because it's expensive, it's actually true. If you want to be doing this on a regular, it's actually quite pricey. So the hotel is called GRNMA Hotel. It's very difficult to pronounce, but it was given all these green aesthetics. Not really my thing, but it wasn't bad. As I said, it wasn't bad for the amounts that I paid. The staff were amazing. They were very friendly. It was easy to stay there. If there's anything I could change, I'll change the colors and a little of the decor and arrangement. But as I said, this is not my hotel. I don't have a hotel, so I don't have an opinion. This was the room that I was staying. I paid 400 cedis a night. There was a nice bed. It was comfortable. Two pillows. There was a desk for me to work from, a fan, an air condition, and it also had a heater and then a fridge as well. I think I've mentioned that. And also it came with a TV. I don't watch TV, so I never switched it on throughout my journey. I would say that it's quite okay for 400 cities a night. It's quite okay. I love that they had this mirror. I took all my pictures here. So it was like this huge mirror. So basically that's the review of the hotel. I think it's something I might recommend to someone with a budget. As soon as I got in, I got ready, changed, and moved to my very first location. I didn't have a lot of time and I had packed activities because I wanted to be able to explore different parts of the town and the community. So my first location was the Cape Coast Castle. I've been to the Cape Coast Castle before, way back in 2019. It was a class trip, and I don't remember half of the things that were said. So I just wanted to go back there. Just, since I was in Cape Coast, I needed to go to the Cape Coast Castle. So here are some display of some of the great men from Africa and Ghana. And then, yeah, the price list, you can pause and read. I think I paid 25 CDs or 35 CDs. I would have to check again. But this is how it looks like. So I don't want to go into the details of the history and everything, but the tour guide would say some of these things, right? The Cape Coast Castle was a castle that was used to hold prisoners, slaves in the past who were transported via the transatlantic slave trade to different parts of the world, like Mexico to Europe and all of that, to do a lot of plantation works. These slaves basically built America and some parts of the world. And it's a lot because we went through so many of the things that they went through, the places they were sleeping, the experiences they had. It wasn't a joyous moment. It wasn't an enjoyable thing to be at all. There was one of the rooms that I was in, I almost threw up because like some of the things I was hearing of people enduring pure wickedness, it was just too much for me to handle. But I kept my cool because there were a lot of people there. I wasn't the only one there. So this is the first part. This is where you read about the Cape Coast Castle, the history, the architecture, how everything, like these people were ready. They actually really built this thing. This building is more than 500 years old and it's still strong. These people were ready to actually like come and stay in Africa, in Ghana, in Cape Coast. And the building shows that they knew exactly what they were doing.
My name is Mark Tete. Nyan Green Tagay Kamik, she is victory. Yeah. No, never. I'm not coming credit. And because of that, I was speaking English. And we are doing a walking tour. It's taking us about 45 minutes. Wow. Within 45 to an hour. Yeah. But they divided the dumplings into five. This is one. It means 200 people. That's 200. You agree with the United States recent government. These Africans has balanced the way. They did not give the slave toilet facility for urine or chair to sit on. So black people like you and I were compelled to go to toilet here. And urinate at the same place. The line we have floor. This was tested. Yes, it's not a joke. Crazy. It was tested, but they wanted to know the from it. And it proved that it had toilet, urine, sweat, energy. British built a church. And the church was Anglican Church. It was called SPG, Society for the Propagation of the Gospel. That changed into Anglican Church. So they preach about redemption and Africans will use 700. And if some of you go to church. This is a reservoir which was built by Europeans. They do only rain harvesting, essentially. The water normally came from the roof. We have some pipes. Be very courageous. It's good.
After the tour at the castle, I was exhausted, both mentally and physically. Some of the things that the tour guide was talking about, explaining the torture and everything that people like us went through, is just exhausting. So I went to this beach. It's called Oasis Beach. It's like a resort, sort of. It's right next to the castle. And then I decided to go and sit down for a while and then do some work. I had some edits to do and some emails to reply to. And I saw these kids, they were swimming in the ocean like fishes. Guys, some of these were as young as 2 years old. And then there's me. a grown-up woman that can't even swim in a pool. I have to stand in the pool for a while before I get used to the water. Anyways, they're also doing this dance that was really, really nice. So after some time, I had to go home because people were smoking a lot and I don't do too well around any kind of smoke. So I went home, and before I got home, I went for my food. Shout outs to Mandy. Mandy fed me so well in Cape Coast. I didn't have to buy food once because she always had food ready for me. On this night, she actually gave me acheke. Oh my god, this acheke, I've just been craving it ever since I came to Kumasi. Look at this food, guys. I didn't buy this, so somebody sat in their house and prepared this for me. I just loved it. And that was the end of day one. Day two, I dressed up to go to the beach, and I somehow found myself at Kakum National Park. I think the next time I'll be going to Kakum is when I have children and I'm probably taking them on a tour to Kakum because I am done. Because tell me why I spent more than an hour standing on my feet waiting for it to get to my turn to go and walk on the canopy. Apparently, when we went, there was this school bus or school that were visiting, and they were a lot. I think they were more than 200 or 300, and because of that, the queue was so long. We did the hiking. We got to the point where we were supposed to climb um the canopy, and we had to stand there and wait for such a long time. And honestly, I was not up for it. But overall, I think it was okay. After canopy walk thing, I went to Hans Cottage. So Hans Cottage has crocodiles, live crocodiles. So you get a tour of the space. They have food, they have a restaurant. I think they also have a cottage that you can stay, but I went specifically for the crocodiles. So they have crocodiles that live in water, they have those that live on land, and then you can also pet the crocodile. But when we went, the crocodile was looking directly in our faces, so nobody was able to pet it because who are you going to pet? So the guide told us that if he was looking the other way, it would have been possible for us to pet him. I wasn't even going to pet him because no. But we were able to see the crocodile, and then he told us about how you can identify if it's a male, if it's a female, if it's a female, it has more brown color or features. And he also told us about the fact that there are more females than males because the males are very competitive, and so they eat each other when they are born so that they don't have to grow up and compete with them. Yeah, men. Anyways, that was just a joke, by the way, or not. I didn't really enjoy my time at Hans Cottage because apart from the crocodiles, there was really nothing else to see. Maybe because I wasn't staying there. I saw some people having a pool party, and I could see they were having a blast. So after here, I went to I think Pedu Station because one of my lovely followers, her name is Cocados. She sells fresh fruit juices, cold pressed juices, and a whole lot of things. She brought me a lovely package. Thank you so much, Cottage. If you're in Takoradi, please buy from her. She has amazing products. So I went to go for it, and then we decided to go to a different place. So I'm not going to describe whatever is happening. I'm just going to share some insights for people that want to do solo traveling. So this trip was solo. Solo means it was just me. I didn't go with anybody. So I'm going to share tips for people that want to do more solo traveling this year. So one of the things you have to do is decide where you want to go. Or first of all, like, why do you even want to solo travel? Some of you may not enjoy solo travel because it's literally you. There were so many places where I went and people were Buddha, people were like with their friends. And if you're someone that doesn't enjoy your time alone, it's not gonna be so much fun. Right. But for me, I believe solo traveling is very, very important because you get to spend time with yourself, you get to meet new people, you get to everything you're doing is with yourself, right? You're more intentional with the things that you're doing. So also decide what is the purpose of the travel. There are people that go just to relax. There are people that go to tour. There are people that go to learn. If you're going to relax, where you decide to stay, the places you decide to go, it's going to be different from people that just want to tour. There are people that wouldn't stay in very like nice places, but would have all the experiences because their goal is, I want to have the experience. And there are people that want to stay in 5-star hotels, in resorts, because they are just there to relax and enjoy themselves indoors or something. So that depends. So this evening, I actually went out. I was asleep, and then I got a call from some friends I made earlier on. They said they were going out to have chicken wings, and who says no to chicken wings? Not Bibiana. So I went out and we had a blast, and that was the end of day 2. So day 3 was a Sunday. This is Monday. Monday made my stay in Cape Coast amazing. So the idea was to explore the local town, to explore the market, and then to explore the fishing communities. So this is Abura market. In Cape Coast, we went to get some items. So we were going to make a meal, right? A local meal. So we made fancy. So we went to the market. We got this fresh hot kinky. I'm still thinking about how soft and fresh this kinky was. Oh my god. We got some kinky, Mandy got some stuff, and then the market wasn't really that busy. But can we talk about how similar a lot of Ghanaian markets look like? This market is reminding me of a market here in Kumasi called Asafu Market, and it looks like they have a lot of similarities in infrastructure, in arrangements, and even like the things that they sell, and that's very, very interesting. So we also, after that, we went to Elmina. So Elmina Fishing Community, this is where the Elmina Castle is as well. We wanted to be able to have a conversation with the fishermen and see them live in action. But I think today most of them were resting because all the boats and then the ships, is it ship? All their boats were ashore, and I think they were bringing in the fishes. And look at this guy. Look at all the fish he's carrying. He's very strong, and I felt like he was tired because there's a lot of fish. But the fish that we were looking for wasn't available here. The fish that were available at the Elmina fishing area was only like sardine fish, and that kind of sardine fish, mackerel fish, that's shiny kind of fish. So we had to go to a different place, still around the same area, as still around Elmina. So this is a place where they sell the fresh fish. And as somebody that comes from Kumasi, I have not really seen a lot of fresh fish. When I go to the market, what I see is frozen fish. So it was very, very interesting to see all the different kinds of fishes in the market. If you see any fish that you're familiar with, let me know in the comments. I think I saw soulfish. That's the first time I've seen soulfish. I saw lobster. I saw the starfish. And then the next day, Mandy actually saw a lot of sharks. I didn't know that they eat sharks. Apparently they do. I was sad though, because why are you eating sharks? Anyways, we finished and then we went to straight to Mandy's house, Mandy's kitchen, to start cooking the food. As I said, we were making fancy, and I was really, really excited about this part. And this is the end of my Cape Coast trip. I have more videos coming in different areas. Thank you so much for coming on my solo trip with me. And I cannot wait to explore more towns and cities in Ghana and bring you all the amazing stories and experiences. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. And don't forget to share this video and leave a comment. Let me know of anything that stood up to you. Let me know of any towns or communities or cities that you want me to explore on my next trip. So another video, it's bye.